Hey guys, I need to make this video real quick. Well, I still can, honestly. Um, so I just get my first warning on the channel. I was sort of expecting it eventually, honestly, given the nature of what this channel is. I'm a communist, and that's not a popular position. If you are a tech capitalist company, without a doubt. The warning that I was given was for my QAnon video, which they called harassment and cyberbullying, although I am very confused as to how that is the case. I speak about QAnon, I speak about the nature of their movement from my perspective. We should be allowed to do that. I think that that's a normal thing to talk about. Like, QAnon is a massive group. It's a massive political movement. It's politically involved, right? Like, if I was talking about libertarians, would I get banned? If I was talking about capitalists, am I going to get banned? Right? If I talk about groups within capitalism, am I going to get banned for cyberbullying and harassment? Like, is QAnon a protected group? Where do I go to see these guidelines? And it's the lack of specificity of the takedown that really gets me. Like, they didn't even offer a reason outside of harassment or cyberbullying. Like, they didn't even give me a quote or like a timestamp or anything to point to whatsoever. I even rewatched the video, and I'm literally just like, that's just a dude talking about QAnon as he sees it. Yeah, I mean, would it offend QAnon people? Probably. But, like, I'm not seeking to offend them. Like, people will get offended if you talk about their subjects. Straight up. They just will. So I mean, from a legitimate standpoint, I don't understand it. From oh, hey, here's a guy who's trying to start a communist anything on a capitalist-owned tech company site, right? We've got to put a boot on that. Yeah, that I get. That I get. So, like, harassment and cyberbullying, who am I harassing? Who am I cyberbullying? For real, names please. Like, names please. If you are going to threaten ostensibly what I intend to make my livelihood, right? If you are going to threaten, oh, and let's be real clear, if I get a strike on this channel, I'm gone for a week, right? I'm gone for a week, and then if you get 3 strikes, you're out forever, right? I think that's how it is. Like, I think the first thing is a week, and the second thing is like a month, and then you're gone forever. And this feels arbitrary. It feels politically motivated. It feels targeted. I feel like I have seen videos like this, like the QAnon video that I posted that has now been removed. I feel like I have seen people talking about all kinds of groups, like the Chapo Trap House guys. Are these guys getting strikes? Are the Chapo Trap House guys getting strikes for this kind of stuff? When they talk about QAnon, when they joke around, when they're doing that kind of stuff, are they getting strikes? Right? Uh, and I see these guys around. I see them doing stuff. So, I mean, it's very concerning to me. It's very concerning to me. Uh, I espouse nonviolence. When I say that we should arrest people, I mean to do so legally and to try them legally, right? And I didn't even mention any of that in the QAnon video, so that makes it extra confusing, right? Like, I just don't get what the rules actually are. I just don't get what the rules actually are. And I read them, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to cyberbully or harass anybody. And I'm not cyberbullying anybody, I'm not harassing anybody. Unless you are convinced that people who have $1 billion are capable of being harassed by people talking about it. Like, I'm not sending a YouTube video to a guy's email, right? I'm not sending it to a person's like house. I'm not knocking on their door and jamming it in their face, right? I'm putting a video on a platform so that I can talk about an issue that affects us all, and that issue in that particular case was QAnon. But what will the next one be, right? Like, we have to be permitted to talk about this stuff. We have to be permitted to talk about this stuff. And this is like a clear example in my mind of like how capitalism just stomps out dissent, right? Like, they're going to come at me with like little petty things. They're going to come at me with like little tiny petty insignificant, like, oh, he said this, and oh, he said that, and oh, he said this. Oh, okay, whatever. And they're never actually going to address what I'm actually saying, and they're never actually going to formulate an argument, because they don't have to. They can just put their boot on my face, say that I'm cyberbullying somebody. Am I cyberbullying Jimmy Dore? I made a Jimmy Dore video, Jimmy Dore Boogly Boys, and critiquing the left. Was that a harassment of Jimmy Dore? When I talk about Justin Trudeau, is that harassing Justin Trudeau? Right? When I talk about Stephen Harper, am I harassing Stephen Harper? According to what I'm seeing here, the answer to that is yes. Like, that if they decided that I am harassing these political people who I send tweets to, who I talk to, right? If these guys are telling me that I'm harassing them for engaging in the endeavor of politics, like, how is it harassment? I don't understand that at all. Like, I don't say anybody's name. I don't target anybody. There's no one specific that I'm talking about in the QAnon movement. I'm just talking about what I see in the QAnon movement in that video. And I actually go to great lengths to not insult them, right? I go to great lengths to not insult them. And I feel like it's like, this feels like a power move. That's what it feels like. And it just feels like there's a tech person who went, oh, the Canadian commie. Oh, communist hammer and sickle. Oh, he's talking about American politics. Bing. Let's give him a little bing. That's exactly what it feels like. And I don't feel for a minute that my video violated any kind of code of conduct. I don't think it was harassment. I don't think it was cyberbullying. Like, certainly not targeted. Like, who was I targeting, right? Who was I cyberbullying? Was I like, if I talk about Christianity, like, am I going to get binged for harassing Christians? Cyberbullying Christians? Right? Like, I don't have the intent to bully, first of all, and nor do I have nor am I even targeting anybody. Right? What's and like, is this just somebody who is involved in QAnon who also happens to be able to do this job, and they're just giving me a flick because of it? Is that what this is? Because that's what it feels like. I've dealt with a lot of heartbreak in my life, I've dealt with a lot of heartbreak in my life. And I keep trying to get ahead. I keep trying to do stuff, and I keep trying to make stuff work. And then something like this always happens. Every single time. Like, the capitalists are such liars, right? The capitalists are such liars. This myth that, oh yeah, just work hard at it, it'll work out. It doesn't. It just doesn't, and it doesn't for lots and lots of reasons. For example, somebody just comes by and decides that's it for you. So I'm making this video to directly state, if I suddenly disappear for a week, that's what's happened. I think they're looking at my channel and they're going, oh, the Canadian commie. Oh, he's actually saying things that that are a threat to the power structure. He's calling for the dismantlement of the power structure. He's directly assaulting the power structure with clear solutions and ideas. His channel's growing quite quickly too. Have you noticed? His channel's growing quite quickly. So, hi YouTube. I noticed you too. I notice you noticing me. Your guidelines are arbitrary. What you're doing feels arbitrary, and it feels politically motivated. 100%. And if it is not, I will gladly accept any rational reason you have for why my QAnon video was removed, and why my QAnon video is considered harassment or cyberbullying. QAnon is a massive movement. It's a massive political movement. We have to be able to talk about it. Like, we have to be able to talk about it. It's kind of insulting to think that we can't talk about it. Like, if I start talking about flat earthers, am I going to get cyberbullied? Like, there's any level of this. Like, what this really, really feels like is just some tech person who's responsible for responding to complaints that come their way, right? And they just saw it and went, yeah, sure, Canadian commie, fuck this guy. Boom. So, feels very arbitrary. I've appealed it because I don't think it's valid at all. Yeah. Bum. I hope I don't disappear, you guys. I hope I don't disappear. It would break my heart. It really would, man. Yeah, it really would. Okay. That really took the wind out of my sails, man. I was having a good day. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. Why not? Good luck out there, guys. We're gonna need it.